Blake, it's day 2 of October. Yesterday, we probably gave what was the worst Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 review probably found on YouTube this side of T Movies. Can I talk about T Movies for a second?
I would love to talk about T Movies this whole show.
Here's the deal with T Movies. I message him on Instagram all the time. You want to come on the show? You want to come on the show?
So define all the time.
At least 2 or 3 times a week. Anytime Nick Push sends a picture, I message him and say, we would like to get you back on the show. We want you to do some stuff with us. Just contact me and let me know your availability, and we'll work around your schedule. Like, dude, he probably thinks I'm some kind of stalker.
I mean, you fit the bill.
And there's a good chance that he got mad the last time he sent a video in, but he shouldn't have got mad because we had him on the scale as superior intelligence. Remember the scale? And then had
I don't remember that video.
Yeah, you do, because
Maybe
we had
a clip.
I'll throw the clip up, but God, I can't. You imagine me trying to find that? But
do me.
But the reason I bring up T Movies.
Did we give him a reason to not like us, though?
Well, maybe he read through the 80 pounds of irony of that he was the superior intelligence on that scale. Yeah. Remember the Jason, is Jason retarded that we did? How retarded is this Jason?
Yeah, and I remember Flat being a main level of that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember T Movies.
And Bud was on there. It was Bud, Flat, and T Movies was superior intelligence, because that's the one he told you to have a good show.
Have a good show, Blake. I do remember that. Okay. That's fun. Yeah, he probably never wants to talk to us.
But here's the deal. I'm sitting there, and the only people that ever message me on Instagram are, the people that follow the show, Darren, Fantazi, which I guess he follows the show, and Josh the Horror Guy that follows the show that you have a relationship with, and I do too, sort of. But it's mostly just me and Darren. And I get a message, and it's from T Movies. Dude, I'm so excited. I see that T Movies, Thomas, whatever his last name is, Levesque, I think.
You didn't know his last name was Movies? Look, some people just have a calling in life, Ronnie. It's not that funny.
I'm thinking about it. It's a much better name for his channel is Thomas Movies than T Movies. He should say, I'm just Thomas. I'm Thomas Movie.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever that. Anyway, the reason he sent me a message, I was so excited, and I opened it up. I'm sitting beside my wife, and I open it up, and it's like a video of a chick on a runway, or maybe a red carpet or whatever. And it's just like, it's got one of those songs. It's like, she's gonna slay or something like that. And so it's immediately everybody in the room is looking at it. And it's like a half-dressed woman on the red carpet. And it makes me look like I'm looking at Instagram I'm not supposed to be looking at.
And he just randomly sent you this?
Yeah, no subtext or, there's
Can you forward it to me?
I deleted it.
Oh, man. I was going to say, throw up the clip. I want to see it.
Well, let me see. I think I deleted it. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I deleted it because I was like, I didn't want my wife to think I was looking at whatever sick shit I was looking at.
But I love that it's comfortable enough to send you stuff like that.
He never responds to my messages. That's why it's great. Zero response to my messages.
Like, that's why he is so high up on my respected list, Ronnie, because he don't have time for the bullshit. And sending you, clips like that, does he like the video? Does he think it's funny? Is he just messing with you? We'll never know. And that's why he's a man of mystery.
I sort of just bummed myself out because I realized what he probably did.
What are you thinking he did? Let's hear your thoughts.
He sent it to everybody on his list. That's the reason I got it.
Oh.
And now I've realized this. Look, I'm super disappointed.
Seeing the positive, you're on the list, Ronnie.
That's true. He did accept me.
I'm not on the list. I didn't get it, but you did.
But yeah, that was my interaction with T Movies. Oh, also, it appears that Vinny might be done with us.
That's fine. We knew that was coming.
I sent him a message on Instagram with our lineup for 31 days and said, hey, what day do you want in? Left me on red. So we'll give him a few hundred more chances and we're going to put him on the ban list.
That's fine. It's been a long time coming, Ronnie.
He has been getting a little attitude with us here lately.
Mm-hmm. Ever since he made that movie, he thinks he's better than us.
Yeah. And now he's posting videos of him running. He don't tell everybody it's from Creditors.
Yeah.
He's running.
He don't show him. He's getting chased.
Yeah.
That's why he's running. And it ain't from Jason.
The water department.
Tower loans.
Oh, my $2.
Capital One is chasing him.
So everybody lied to us, Blake. Capital One. Capital One's chasing too. So maybe I need to be running with Vinny because I ain't caught him yet. Maybe I need to make a movie and get my Capital One paid off. Blake, they told us to watch Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. Well, they actually told you to watch Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, and that would make you a Freddy fan. They were wrong.
They were wrong. And look, I trust these guys. They have shown me a lot of really good stuff, Ronnie. Remember that Clint Eastwood movie with the monkey they sent me?
Dude, but Any Which Way But Loose? Those movies are great.
I love that. I can't remember who recommended that.
It was Jet.
Jet Bangin'. And then Nick recommended one. And like they have thrown some good stuff at the wall that has stuck. But when they told me, Blake, you got to watch Dream Warriors, it'll make you an Elm Street fan. Guys, like you went down a notch. I lost a little bit of respect for you. We lost a little bit of trust between each other. But now you're telling me if I watch Part 4, that'll really get me in there.
I don't know. I mean, it didn't make sense.
And it didn't make sense to me. Really.
Where was Patricia Arquette?
Well,
why didn't you come back?
The movie starts off, I'm like, oh, good. We get a bunch of new characters. And then they're like, no, this is the same blonde from the last one. She's just uglier and can't act. She can't act nearly as good as Patricia Arquette. Oh, but here comes the black guy that we all loved from the other one. And here comes Can't Walk or Joey or one of them. I can't remember, Ronnie. You're going to have to tote this one because I skimmed through this pile of
I'll tote it. Don't worry. Let's just go straight to Reddit. You know, I'm a big Reddit guy now.
Are you?
Yeah.
You want to plug your Reddit or how does that work?
I don't think it works like that.
You don't have like a thing that you post or something?
No, I don't have a subreddit for our show or nothing like that. I just post. Let's see. Said she wasn't interested in coming back. She wanted meteor roles. She didn't want to come back because she thought she was too good for the slasher crowd. But now she's old.
Who's saying this? Because she didn't say that.
Kaleidoscope, great 538. This is 8 months ago. He's really mad about it. She didn't want to come back because she thought she was too good for the slasher crowd. Some reason he capitalized the S and the C on slasher crowd. But now she's old, needs money and attention. She wants to return in a movie that would make absolutely no sense, like Jamie Lee did with Halloween.
Can you throw up his Reddit account on here for me, Ronnie? Can we do a segment, Ronnie? Every movie we review, can you look at Reddit and find a comment similar to this where there's just a guy crashing out about it and post it?
Freaking mad. Okay, this person goes, nobody knows. Here's what IMDb says. According to everyone interviewed about the movie and the documentary Never Sleep Again, no one really knows why Patricia Arquette didn't come back. But there are a few theories. Rennie Harlan and Rodney Eastman, who plays Joey in the movie, stated that her agent asked for more money. But New Line Cinema wouldn't agree. It's been said it was due to Arquette being pregnant at the time of filming, but her child was born in January of 89, and the movie was filmed in early 88. So it's unlikely she didn't return for being pregnant. Are you stupid? Of course, you could be pregnant then.
She wanted a meteor role. She got Meteor.
She was in Far North in 1988, which was released in November. It's more likely her commitment to Far North could have been reason for not returning as Kristen.
Peter in that movie?
Peter's not in that movie.
Oh.
You think about another one.
I saw a YouTube short with old Patricia Arquette, and she's talking about Dream Warriors, and I think she said something along the lines of she wasn't asked to come back, and she was very shocked that they replaced her. Now, don't completely quote me on that 100%, Ronnie, but my YouTube is set up; it just automatically goes to the next thing.
Yeah.
Right. So I think you and I were talking on the phone about this, and then all of a sudden I pull up YouTube, and of course it's Nightmare on Elm Street stuff. And I want to say that short played, and that she said that she wasn't asked to come back, and then she was shocked to find out that she had been recast.
Can I go ahead and just blow your mind? Give me just a second, and I'm going to blow your mind, which you probably already.
Lloyd, why don't you? The ref, Dennis Leary.
Oh. So here we go. Gonna load it up.
Going to New Orleans tomorrow. Which, it's been a month. It's a month ago at this time.
Let's be more official with this movie, Blake. 1988, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. Everybody returns from the previous movie except for the people that died. We got Joey that can't talk. We got big, strong black guy. We got Kristen who's back, who's played by a different actress. And then they mix in a couple more, Blake. It would be Alice Johnson, who becomes the new main person, and some dude named Dan, who had to be related to somebody is what I put in my notes, because Dan might be the worst actor in this entire movie. If you don't know who Dan is, Blake, that was the last male living in the movie.
Okay.
But we're introduced to Kristen, and we see that it's not Patricia Arquette. Like Blake said, what's going on? Is this a new blonde? Wait, this is supposed to be the same one. She's got a boyfriend named Rick who does karate and has got a Japanese flag in his room. I said, who is this guy, Blake? I said to myself, Self, you've seen a lot of movies over 57, 58 years. You know this face. Who is he? So I started thinking. And I was like, I don't know. But I do know I know him. And then I did the old search. And this is what I found.
No way. Dude, that's not Zeke from Good Morning, Miss Bliss. It can't be.
Rick Johnson, who is Alice's karate-loving brother and Kristen's karate-loving boyfriend, is Deke.
Oh, Deke.
From Miss Bliss with the famous line, I can't read.
I can't read, okay? Aren't you going to make fun of me? Why would I make fun of you about that?
So just know, this movie brought us a little bit closer to Saved by the Bell. That'll be our gimmick. We'll find out how many movies we can watch where we can tie it back to Saved by the Bell.
Do the Kevin Bacon game?
Yeah, 7 degrees of Saved by the Bell.
Well, we would have to send it to Showgirls and Son-in-Law.
Not necessarily.
Has Lark Voorhees been in anything?
Okay, name an actor. This is how we do it. Name an actor.
Peter. Award-winning actor, by the way.
All right. I got to do a Google search on this.
Yeah, by all means, Google that.
No, that's been a normal movie.
Ask AI to do 6 degrees of that and see what it comes up with.
I'm not sure.
I guess you couldn't play that game now because literally AI would do it for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he ain't never been in a normal movie, Blake, so we can't tie him back.
Wait a minute. I don't like these labels. What do you call them normal?
We can. A movie that's not filth. Here we go. So, had to been in a movie with Ryan, right?
That's right. And he was in Detroit Rock City. With Gene Simmons. He was in a movie with John Stamos.
No. Okay, here we go.
I got it.
He was in a movie with.
Wait a minute. You're speculating that he was in a movie with Ron, first off.
He had to have been. Was in Detroit Rock City. Now, I can go even further, Blake. Who are we trying to tie him to? We're trying to tie him to.
We're trying to get it to Saved by the Bell.
Okay, so we can go one of two ways. So we can go. Step 2 can be Ron Detroit Rock City, or it could be Ron the background of Ghostbusters. What gets us there faster? Okay, let's do Detroit Rock City first because it's got a bunch of different people in it. So Edward Furlong was in, oh God, Edward Furlong was in. Come on, Edward Furlong. How can I tie him in with this? Edward Furlong. What's this? Okay, let's go Terminator 2. Edward Furlong was in Terminator 2 with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So step 3. Has Arnold Schwarzenegger been attached to any people in Saved by the Bell ever? Has Arnold Schwarzenegger ever been in a movie with Pauly Shore?
No.
All right, then let's back away. All right. Has Mike Myers from Wayne's World ever been in a movie with Pauly Shore? Has Arnold Schwarzenegger ever been in a movie with Brendan Fraser? Because that's how I can tie it into it. Because here's the last steps, Blake. Pauly Shore was in a movie called Son-in-Law.
Have they ever been in a movie with Hulk Hogan? Any of them?
Pauly Shore was in Son-in-Law with Kelly Kapowski. So that's how we can tie it back to Saved by the Bell. If we use Brendan Fraser or Pauly Shore. Okay, so who are we on? Okay, so we went Edward Furlong. Okay, we went step 1. Peter and Ron to be in a movie. Then we go to Ron was in Detroit Rock City. Has anybody in Detroit Rock City been in a movie with Sean Astin?
I know Shannon Tweed is in Detroit Rock City. And she's been in a lot of stuff that we've watched.
She was in a movie with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, she was in a movie with Hulk Hogan. She's been in a bunch of stuff. But so there's a David Spade movie called Dickie Roberts where every former child star is in that movie, including Screech. And that might be your best bet to get there. You just got to find the middle.
Oh, wow, this is great. This will be our show.
This is so fun.
Okay.
I'm having such a good time doing this.
All right, so think, Ronnie. Okay, Peter and Ron in a movie together. Ron in Detroit Rock City. It's got to be. We'll go Edward Furlong again. Edward Furlong
was in
Terminator
2. He was in the 1-800 movie where you call the
Who's 1-800 movie?
The movie where you call the hotline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what movie I'm talking about, Ronnie? And like the demon shows up.
Oh, you're talking about Brain
Scan. Brain Scan
with a video game. There's no people in that movie that are known people, though. Maybe. Hold on. So, okay, here we go. Ron and Peter in a movie together. Ron Detroit Rock City with Edward Furlong. Edward Furlong in Brain Scan with Frank Langella. Frank Langella was in a bunch of stuff.
Masters of the Universe.
Can we tie it through Masters of the Universe? Was Courtney Cox? Dude, I got it. Are you ready for this? Okay, here we go. So, Peter and Ron.
Chart this.
I don't have time to edit anymore. Ron was in Detroit Rock City with Edward Furlong. Edward Furlong was in Brain Scan with Frank Langella. Frank Langella was in Masters of the Universe with Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox was in The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler was in Grown Ups with David Spade. David Spade was in Dickie Roberts with Screech.
Amazing.
We found a new way to run all the horror movie people off today, Blake. 6 Degrees of Saved by the Bell. Now you're thinking of somebody else to try to get me.
I am. I'm trying to think.
So they brought back, while you're thinking, they bring back everybody that survived part 3. Big, strong black guy that couldn't talk, who now can talk. And apparently all these people go to high school with Kristen, who has been recast soap opera style with a new actress, which gives you the, she probably ain't going to make it because now they're focusing on this new girl who works in the diner, who's got a brother that likes to do karate that couldn't read on Saved by the Bell, and the dad who may be a molester, but also may just be a drunk. We don't know yet because he shows up at home and wants his kids to have his supper ready for him. So all this happens. Freddy's supposedly dead, but at the beginning of the movie, she pulls, by she, pronouns, pal, Kristen pulls the black guy and the mute back into a dream together. And one of them has a dog named Jason. Black guy, big, strong black guy has a dog named Jason. Get it? And he bites Kristen in the dream as she wakes up with a bite mark. She thinks Freddy's back, but they show her. He said, look, this whole boiler room is abandoned. So, Blake, the first thing that don't make sense about this movie, why is there just a dream where they can go back to Freddy's house and he's not there? Make it make sense.
I don't know. I can't make it make sense, Ronnie. This movie, this new star of this movie, she is so boring and so unlikable. And I ain't talking about the girl that replaced Patricia Arquette. I'm talking about the new one. What's her name? Alice?
Alice in the movie. Her name in real life is Lisa Wilcox. She's described by AI as a shy daydreamer who gradually becomes Freddy's new nemesis because Kristen gives her power when she dies in this movie. Freddy comes back, and the little bit of an attachment that we made to all these geeks and losers in part 3 is immediately flushed down the toilet. So I will give Nightmare on Elm Street this. They're not going to let you get attached to anybody too long. They got no problem killing everybody from the previous movie.
And that was a positive I had, was they didn't waste any time, immediately killed off 4 or 5 characters. And I'm like, okay, here we go. But then it's just, what are we doing? What are we waiting on? Like, wait a minute. You're slowly becoming all these people.
Yeah, she absorbs all their powers.
You're absorbing all their powers and their traits. And like, now you're going to be a completely different person in the real world. Like, what? Because you don't like who you are. You're taking the pictures down so you can see yourself in the mirror because you like yourself now.
Early in the movie, Deke said, you're not supposed to cover up a mirror.
You do if you don't like what you see.
So, okay, here's my next question for you on the Nightmare on Elm Street lore. She keeps telling them Freddy's coming back. How were there claw marks on the school locker? Freddy can't enter the real world. He's like our dad. How many times this month can we reference dad?
Hopefully 31.
Here's another thing, Blake. Big, strong black guy's back, and he gets killed by getting stabbed in the chest. Just a little stab.
Oh, damn.
I mean, if you're going to be like have super strength, shouldn't you be like indestructible? Is what I told you yesterday. My dream power would be I can't get killed.
Speaking of strong, there's some big in this movie that's lifting weights like toward the end. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, it's great.
I'm like, what are we doing? Like, why are we showing this?
She's like the chick from Grown Ups too.
Yeah.
But she stomped on a bug earlier in the movie. So this was one of the like cool deaths. There was some cool gore stuff in this movie.
Freddy's not gonna get me.
Freddy, she's working out in her dreams, Blake. That's how much my whole life is a gym. That's how much her elbows break loose and she's a cockroach and she gets stuck on like the little sticky stuff that I had to put down when I lived single and had the rats running around here. Dude, let me tell you about that. Like once or twice a year, usually once a year when it got cold, before we had the house remodeled.
Yeah.
Like, we had that whole hoarder room out there. Like the rats would just come through the wood. And like I'd see them running on top of the fridge. I mean, on top of the baseline of the wall. And I'm like, oh God, here they are. So like they got so bad one time they kept running into the middle room here. So I just took all those sticky traps and I took it all the way down the hallway, all the way to the very end, because I knew they were like scattering and running to different rooms. So if they entered the room, they had to run over the sticky traps. And I got home from work, there was like 7 rats stuck to the sticky traps alive. And like I just had to stomp. I put like another sticky trap on a sticky trap on top of it and just stomped it.
Yeah, you've come a long way. We got a cat, and that solved the problem. But the problem that we have now is my wife has become a cat person, and now we have 4 cats.
How did they explain going back to Lawrence Fishburne having to explain how that blonde-headed chick ended up inside the TV. How did they explain Joey's death in this movie, Blake? Because Joey has another dirty dream where there's a naked girl in his waterbed, and then he gets pulled into the waterbed by Freddy. Like, at least they kept it real with Joey. He's just nothing but nasty dreams all the time. But when Joey's mom goes into the room, Joey's drowned inside the waterbed. Like, he's sealed up inside the waterbed. So how are they going to explain that to the cops?
Accident.
That's what I want to know. I want the scene where they have to explain, or the cops have to explain what happened.
You got to say it's a suicide. There was no sign of struggle. He unzipped the waterbed, got in it, and closed it up.
That's not how waterbeds work. There's not a zipper.
There's not?
No, it's like a little thing that you put the hose into, and it fills the waterbed up. It's like this big. There's not a zipper for the water. It's funny. How'd he get in there?
He may have went through that thing. How big was it again? Show me. Yeah.
Big enough for a water hose to go through, because Mom and Dad used to have one.
Did they?
Yeah, and they used to bring the water hose through the window to fill it back up. Waterbed's got to be like the all-time nastiest type bed to have, right? Other than Tim's.
So we did some research on A&W and Barks last episode. Can you do some research on some water beds? Like, when did they really take off? Was it the mid to late 80s? Or were they already like established and our parents were just like, let's get a water bed? We could give Blake and Ronnie some college money, or we can get this water bed.
Yeah, late 60s and early 70s, water beds became reaching their peak in the late 80s. There you go, Blake. It became popular in the 70s, reached their peak in the late 80s when they accounted for over 20% of the mattress market in the U.S.
So what was the pitch? Like, this is better for your back and spine and stuff, Ronnie? Or was it just, hey, you want to sleep on water? They had to go the health route. Or did they worry about stuff like that in the 80s with the pitches?
Waterbeds were popular because they offered a unique body-conforming support that relieved pressure points.
Yeah.
Sensation of floating, customizable temperature control, making them comfortable. Okay, so yeah, it was like people like me. It's got all hurting and stuff. So, but yeah, everybody from the first one gets killed like right away, Blake. Now
I got to find a YouTube video, because I know it's out there, of water beds popping with people laying on them. Because I've never seen that before, and it's happened. Some fat has got on a water bed and went all the way through it.
Like, AI is getting me now, because they've got all these videos of these fat people being lifted in planes and stuff like that. I'm like, the people using AI, I don't even care when it takes over and launches those nukes, because it's been worth it for these fat videos that I've been watching.
I want to meet the people who make that. I want to know what AI program they're using, because it's worth every penny, whatever it is.
This has got to be when Freddy sort of started jumping the shark. The more they let him talk, the more ridiculous the movie's got, when you think. Like, he's got a lot of comedy in this one. There's a lot of sick things going on. Like, he opens his chest or shirt at one point, and you see all these souls that he's supposedly collecting. But he hasn't referenced that before, that he's eating the souls of the Elm Street children. So, it's kind of crazy. He kills everybody. Like, the only people that are left are Alice and Dan. And then they have to figure it out at the end of the movie. They have to try to stop Freddy. Kristen dies in the movie. The brother dies in the movie. He tries to do karate on Freddy, and that doesn't work out. Strong guy gets gone. Joey's in the waterbed. Somebody, like, she's got a scene where he's telling her, bring me more people. And like, he slowly kills all of her friends. The little nerdy black girl, he says, want to suck face, and she has like an asthma attack right there in the room. He breaks off the arms of the big Starla chick, and then you see that she's in a tiny little roach hotel, and he squishes it, and like some goo comes out.
He couldn't say the line either. I'm guessing, due to copyright or whatever it's called. But he just said you can check in, but you can't check out. Is how he worded it. But yeah, another good line from Freddy. That's probably the line, of the movie for him in this. But you failed to mention, or maybe you did, and I wasn't paying attention, Alice has a huge crush on Dan.
Yes, and he can barely talk. So there's a scene in the movie where
you're Alice, right? Yeah, I think we have lunch together.
My daddy's a producer or something. Like Ed Wood situation. His stupid ass in there because somebody gave some money. I also remembered something from this movie. I remember the pizza. Imagine that with the meatballs. And I remember the scene where she keeps running up to the car. I'll drive. And they drive down the road and then she's back. I'll drive. Stuff like that.
So
But
do you
anyway,
remember, like, talking about the lore of Freddy Krueger, him collecting these souls and her in this dream, seeing her friends on the pizza, you know, burning and melting and stuff. Do you believe that that's really them burning and you know, being tortured, or
I hope
is
not,
Freddy
because
messing with her?
I hope Freddy's messing with her but isn't there a scene in the movie where they all leave his body, and they're all released? That's what happens at the end of the movie. So it's got to be real. But there's a scene where you can hear her brother go, "Don't do that, save us," or something like that whenever he's eating the little meatballs. There was a scene in the movie where Kristen wakes up and all the glass, or is it Alice that wakes up and all the glass blows out in the windows? How's that happen at the school? I mean, this is all supposed to be in dream world. How are you going to explain that to the principal, that all the glass is busted out in the classroom because somebody woke up screaming?
I don't know. I thought I was watching part 3 again because I thought Joey would scream and blow out the glass.
Mm-hmm. Joey was going pretty quick. I guess there's only so much you can do with that actor. There was a scene, and then we're going to end this stupid review. There was a scene where she gets taken to the school nurse, and you can tell it's Freddy in drag, or Robert Englund in drag.
Yes.
I thought it would have been prime comedy if she would have woken up from the dream and the nurse really was Robert Englund dressed like a woman. And not as Freddy or anything like that, but that was just the character. But they didn't do that. It was like a real woman. So it wasn't like 2025. Nobody tried to help the nerdy little black girl who was having the asthma attack. Like, they all just ran up and watched her die in the classroom.
Well, what was you going to do?
You got to do like the compressions, right? And the mouth to mouth.
Yeah, so you can get Me Too'd? I don't think so.
One of my notes says, let's don't pretend that this movie makes any kind of sense, because it doesn't. I mean, they introduced the fact that you can swap out powers and stuff like that. And still at the end of it, it's supposed to be like, oh, dude, there are some good rock songs in this movie, though. It does have some great 1988 music while she's like suiting up to be the badass at the end of it, putting on the pants and stuff like that. That got me. That music got me ready to go. I'll admit that.
But the thing is, part 3 proved none of this means shit. It doesn't matter that you can absorb their powers. It doesn't matter that you've learning all this new stuff and you can do this and that, because in the end, it's not going to do anything anyway. None of it means nothing.
I mean, you were right. She absorbs all her friends' powers, and she even uses that science experiment from the little black girl that's nerdy to get him. But you would think that experiment would like kill him in the dream, and it doesn't. It's just like a little opening move of the wrestling match they were going to have. So, why build that up? She takes on all their personalities. Does that mean the souls have went into her too? Is she harnessing some of their souls? Blake, what are you going to give this movie?
This one is worse than part 3, so this one's gonna have to be a 3.4.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I'm gonna say like I'm gonna go a little bit higher for the music. I'll say like a 4.2. This did not make me a fan of. This did not make me a fan of Nightmare on Elm Street, but you did send me this. You sent me this right here, and we're fixing to share the screen.
Nightmare on Elm Street is the most successful, worst franchise in all of horror.
I think this is in response to Man Behind the Mask. And the fact that,
Look at that shit.
It's my lawyer.
why didn't it play?
What's up, man? Now, Mark, the terms of your Uncle Frederick's will state that you
Fred.
want one night in his
Hold on.
house in order to inherit his estate. Now,
Yeah, so I was watching the movie on my phone on the link you sent me, and I let it play out. And all of a sudden, about halfway through the credits, this song comes on, and you and I have always been fans of the Fat Boys.
Oh, dude.
And I hear, and I lost it, so I immediately screen grabbed it and sent it to you. And never in my life did I know the Fat Boys had a Freddy Krueger song that featured Robert England rapping.
Let me ask you a question. Who is this Uncle?
Yeah, I'll just have to throw it up here. I have no idea why this is doing what it's doing.
What's it doing?
It's not playing any sound.
I'm hearing it on my end.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm hearing it for sure.
I wonder why I'm not hearing it. Is it too loud?
No, it's good. If anything, you could turn it up.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Well, ruin it for all of us then. We're gonna get flagged from the Fat Boy song.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
It was playing. I could hear it.
I can't hear it. I don't know what's going on. Here's what I do know. It's day 2.
I can't read.
Was that his best? Look, I looked it up. That's probably his best role. I mean, he went from Deke in Miss Bliss to you got to say he was like the 4th lead in the movie. He's one of the final 4 alive.
He's one of the most important characters because he gives his sister courage and her will to live.
I'm going to assume in the next movie, all these people from this movie get killed off at the very beginning again.
I mean, I hope so. I don't want to see him again.
These all just feel like crappy movies. And look, I've seen a lot of crap. And over the course of this month, those of you that like our show, you're going to see a lot of crap. But it's fun crap.
Hey, let me put you on the spot.
The character of Freddy is fun, but these movies that Freddy are in are not very good. They're not very good at all.
Hey, where's the spot at? Because I'm going to put you on it.
Okay, I'm the spot. What are you going to do?
Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, or the Dave McRae Elm Street movie? That I've never seen, by the way. So I got to go with what you say. Dave McRae's movie can't be worse than these two, right? It can't be.
It's really not. Like, I have said this to, I don't know if I said it to him, but I thought that movie was really boring until Dave McRae shows up. And he does a really good job. Like, Dave McRae is that movie. I know there's a YouTube channel that funded that movie, and they're probably really happy and all that. Great job, guys. You made a movie. It's great. But it wasn't for me. I respect that it looked like a movie. And I respect that Dave McRae did a great job, and I think he's the shining light of that movie.
Okay, I get it. You love Dave. That movie or part 3 or 4?
Part 3.
Part 3 is better than Dave McRae's movie? I will never watch Dave McRae's movie if that's true.
Part 3, just because Nancy comes back and her dad. I really like the actor that plays her dad. I should know the name of the dad, but I don't.
What else is he in? He's in some stuff where he's in a uniform. Yeah.
He's in all kind of stuff, dude.
I know it. Has he ever been anything with somebody from Saved by the Bell?
I don't think so. I think he's in okay. We can tie him back just like we tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't work. It's going to be a different movie. You want to try one more before we go? Throw me a name.
Okay.
It's got to be easier than Peter.
Bill Cosby.
Okay.
And I don't think Rudy was in Dickie Roberts.
Malcolm Jamal Warner might have been.
I don't think he was.
Was Chevy Chase in Dickie Roberts?
No, of course not.
Okay, so Bill Cosby.
He was in Ghost Dad.
He was in Ghost Dad, but I don't know who I was in Ghost Dad.
I don't either.
Bill Cosby. I almost said, okay, Bill Cosby. What all movies has he been in?
Dude, I have no idea. He was in the Cosby Show with Melvin, who works at Trader Joe's. So if you know anybody from Trader Joe's, you can go back.
I got it. Bill Cosby was in the Cosby Show with Elvin.
I'm sorry.
Elvin was in some horrible movie with Vince Vaughn that my wife made me watch, where he opens up a restaurant and has all the grandmas from the Italian neighborhood come cook in it.
That is really recent.
Yes. So Vince Vaughn was in that movie.
Vince Vaughn was also in the remake of Psycho.
Yes.
Vince Vaughn was in Wedding Crashers with Owen Wilson and Bradley Cooper and Christopher Walken.
I got it. So here we go. Bill Cosby was in The Cosby Show with Elvin. Elvin was in that movie where Vince Vaughn opens up the restaurant on Netflix. Vince Vaughn was in, what'd you just say?
Wedding Crashers?
Wedding Crashers with Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken was in Wayne's World 2 with Mike Myers. Mike Myers was in, have Burt Reynolds and anybody from Saved by the Bell ever been in the same movie together?
Burt Reynolds was in Boogie Nights, Strucker's Ace.
How can I get Mike Myers to Pauly Shore?
Pauly Shore was in a movie with, well, no, I got to do Mike Myers.
Hold on, we're doing Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Bill Cosby was in a movie. Was in the Cosby Show with Elvin. Elvin was in that Italian restaurant movie with Vince Vaughn. Has Vince Vaughn ever been in a movie with anybody that was with Sylvester Stallone?
I got it, Ronnie. Vince Vaughn was in Rudy with Sean Astin.
Sean Astin was in Encino Man with Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore was in
Son-in-Law with Kelly Kapowski.
We did it. Boom. We'll see you tomorrow for day 3, guys. What a great review.